read
It'd be
the
less in
book
some places
called
than others.
Stolen Focus.
No.
It's actually a quite good book. So on Stolen Focus, the author writes about why we can't keep politicians accountable is because we have a way too short of an attention span because of social media and everything. So to create any change to get them accountable, people have to have long attention spans to see and focus on things that are not working and take action to it. But nowadays it's so bad, it's just not working anymore. If you compare who's the president, Lincoln, American president, that was Lincoln, yeah. So his speech was 3 hours long and people could watch that. That was before TV. And the competitor, whoever it was, he also had a 3-hour speech and people could watch that. But after the TV generation, it dropped to 1 hour. So the whole debate went for 1 hour. Nowadays, it's seconds.
Yeah.
People are losing their attention spans, and they can't even give the politicians to be accountable.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
I don't know if I completely buy into the whole short attention span thing.
You'll watch if you're interested.
Yeah, people binge Game of Thrones for 8 hours.
But that's entertainment.
Yeah, so on.
Politics is not entertainment.
Yeah, but so do you think they had the same measuring capabilities when President Lincoln was around that they do now? It's like when people say people are more autistic now than ever. And it's you get that we got better at working it out too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's probably people that never got diagnosed.
I think there's people today that don't get diagnosed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think there's people walking around right now living life and they're on some level on the spectrum that aren't diagnosed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think this should if someone's got such a short attention span. Dude, I watched a 4-hour video on sales the other day because I was trying to put together a sales strategy. And I sometimes can't watch a 30-second reel. So is it a short attention span or is it shit's boring?
Did you watch my jet ski reel?
Not the whole thing.
It's 4 seconds.
Not the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
But do you know what I mean? That's why it could be true, but I just don't buy into it as much as everyone seems to we try and demonize screens and social media.
Oh, without a doubt. I couldn't agree more. We do demonize that a lot.
We demonize the hell out of it, dude.
Yeah.
I was watching Mark Zuckerberg on Joe Rogan's podcast. He just came on. So
just recently.
Did you see
I
the
didn't
whole
see
thing?
it. No, I haven't seen it at all.
But did you see the announcement he made on Instagram?
Yes.
About how they're not soliciting content. I don't know what the term is anymore, but they're not blocking out content anymore. They're not filtering out as much content. So they're allowing things that would normally get banned are now going to get through. They're turning more into X.
X, yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, have you noticed people start calling it X now and Twitter's starting to fall off?
Yeah, yeah. I did that yesterday, funny enough.
Called
the first time. No, I called it X.
Yeah. And so he was talking about that. And then Joe Rogan was talking to him about, do you do anything with your kids and screen time and that? And he's like, I don't want my kids to live on the iPad. He's like, I think that's just bad habits. You know what I mean? He's like, but he goes, if my daughter's, and he talks about one of his daughters. He's like, my youngest daughter's very creative. He goes, she does Legos and that. He goes, and she also plays Minecraft. He goes, Minecraft is a great visualization, creative. I don't even know what Minecraft is, by the way.
It's a game.
It sounds sick.
Yeah.
But he's like, it's a great visualization, creative game. He goes, now, if I want to enhance my daughter's creativity skills, he goes, she's going to learn more from Minecraft than she is from building Legos. He goes, so when she wants to play Minecraft, I don't stop her. He goes, when she was waking up early to start playing Minecraft and not sleeping properly, I stopped her and said, hey, no iPad before X. He goes, but do I say, hey, don't play the iPad, go play with the Legos? No. He goes, if she wants to play Minecraft for 3 hours.
Yep. I completely agree with that.
Yeah. And I was like, that's a really logical explanation. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know. I don't like how we demonize everything that we're doing as humans. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got people off the streets. There's people living in houses. It's like, oh no, they're taking our tax money. You know, people can't watch stuff. Social media is ruining everyone. We got more autistic people. It's the fucking vaccines. Do you know what I mean? Like everything, dude.
Yeah.
We're always so quick
Very quick.
to like try and no. It's you know, we're doing this wrong. We're doing that wrong. And it's like, dude, like we're fucking. Life has only gotten better continuously. It's not like we lived better 50 years ago. We didn't. We live better today than we've ever lived in our whole fucking however long you think humans have been alive for.
It's actually a little bit degrading at the moment in 2024 and 2025.
Why?
Because there's more wars compared to 10 years ago. There's 10 years
Yeah, but
ago.
so you're thinking you have short-term attention span. You're thinking
Don't you remember? Trump
you're
stopped all the
thinking
wars.
in a short span, dude. You're thinking in a short-term span. You know what else happened?
No, it's not just the Middle East. There's a lot of wars that we don't even care about in our media.
Yeah.
There's a whole video about like how many wars happened compared to 10 years ago that's happening today. And
Okay, but what about comparing wars are fought not in months or years. They're fought over like it's a big decades thing.
Yes.
So why don't you look at it over a longer time horizon?
Yeah. That's the whole video essay about. If you watch it, you'll understand. There is more wars. There's civil wars and wars between countries.
So do you think the world is in a worse place now than it was 10 years ago?
Compared to on death tolls on wars, yes, it is a little bit. Financial crisis wise, I wouldn't know because I've never checked it out.
But just overall.
Yeah, it's kind of better, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think we continually make advancements. So you can see anything as bad within if you pick a certain time horizon. Do you know what I mean? If you look at the stock market in a certain window, you can see a cliff fall off and say, we're fucked. Or you can look at Bitcoin for the last 3 months and say, crypto is going to take over the world. You know what I mean? Or you can zoom out a little bit and say, okay, cool, let's look at this over a bigger time horizon. You know, everything runs in cycles. Is this happening now for a particular reason because of what was happening 10 years ago? Is this happening now? If we look at it in a 25-year time span or a 100-year time span, are we still worse? I would doubt it. I don't know because I don't know the numbers that you're talking about. But I would just say it's highly unlikely that more people are dying now from those things than they were. And here's another thing. There's more people on the planet. Like, we have bigger armies. We have, you know what I mean? Factor that in and talk percentages. More percentages die. Like, you know what I mean? You can...
There's a lot of factors that come in.
You can manipulate data to make anything look
Yeah, true.
good or bad. You very much like heavily. You know what I mean? And I just think we're so hardwired to focus on the fuck shit.
Yeah, well, people are inherently negative people.
Yeah, it's survival behavior.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. It's to protect themselves. For sure.
I actually have an interesting topic for you guys. So testosterone levels have been dropping in the last 40, 50 years. Are we less of a man now compared to our previous generation?
Me or the average man?
Good rebuttal. Well, I mean, if it's dropping, what are the reasons?
When you say less of a man,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
I'm just throwing it out.
Yeah, like lower testosterone levels.
I did hear a podcast on this in part, not in full. So I don't have enough understanding on the topic, but it is definitely a topic you can talk about. I'm sure there's factors.
I reckon yes.
Might that be also a cause of all the gender problems, whatever it is?
I reckon yes.
Potentially.
I reckon yes, we are less.
But why so what?
I reckon yes, we are less.
A level of comfort though. Like
Hey?
it probably comes from that. It could be.
Dude, hey, look at fucking go take a bunch of what was the okay? Take a bunch of baby boomers in their prime and put them in war against a bunch of Gen Zs. Who's winning? Same.
Yeah, but it's also which Gen Zs.
Hey,
How do you
the Gen Zs that
the
average
stereotypical
Gen
one?
Z.
Yeah, the stereotypical one.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And who's going to win? Take them both, same amount of people, take all the attributes and make them standard. Like, you know what I mean? So 100 people here, 100 people there, all the same age, same height, same strengths, whatever. Who's going to win? They grew up in a harder environment, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They are
They have to be.
tougher by default,
Default,
due
that's
to
right.
natural adversity,
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
So yes, do I think that men are becoming less manly? But there's also the whole war on masculinity.
Yes.
Yeah. And toxic masculinity.
No, that's
and-
only. Do you feel that? I don't feel that's been going for that long. Do you feel it's really been going for that long?
dude, the whole feminist movement's been happening since like the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, I get that, but it hasn't.
Me Too was the early 2000s.
When I was in high school, there was never this
You just
conversation.
but you just weren't aware of it.
No, it wasn't happening, man.
So you don't reckon in the 2000s that was happening? That was happening, dude.
I'm sure it was happening, but not to the extent where it is now. Like I never, ever once in my life,
Yeah, because it's-
ever heard of someone like we had the acceptance of gender neutral toilets, like we said before. There was never a conversation about that ever.
That's just it's gotten more and more and more.
That's what I mean. That's what I don't think. I think it's just become extreme in the last few years. Like when I say last few years, 5. You know, I don't think it's been as prominent in society or in life or anything like that.
Nothing, dude.
And then also social
plant
media
doesn't
probably
grow
has
overnight.
that has had that effect on it because now it's so much easier to communicate something, an opinion, which then gets like you know, got a video that had 1 million views. I go out there and say, "Hey everyone, it's okay to be a boy if you're a girl," and then if you're the first person to say that, but if you're the first person to say that, do you know what I mean? You're going to go viral. Oh, this person said this, and this person said this, and then they get on TV shows, and then they get on this, and then they do this. It blows out, and then it probably seems bigger than what it is. Vast majority of people still think the way we think. But yeah, you're probably right. It's the natural adversity that they had to deal with, which will make them even. Let's assume they're physically the same strength. Okay,
That's
Let's
what I'm
make
saying.
that. Make sure that physical attributes are exactly the same. The mental attributes of the baby boomers, I think will definitely surpass that of the Gen Z or Y or whatever the hell they are.
Yeah. Taking into account, like if you try and evened out the playing field as much as possible, you'd think,
Yeah, if you're a betting man.
yeah, would be paying like $1.40.
I'd be paying $1 million.
The Gen Z.
Playing small. Oh, the Gen Z. Okay, yeah. That's it.
Interesting.
It is. But do you know what each of those groups would be doing?
What?
So the Gen Zs, so the baby boomers and the Gen Zs, before they actually went to war,
What would they do?
they'd subscribe. They'd stop what they're doing. Hey, guys, before we get out of hand and, potentially kill ourselves, we need to make sure that we're subscribed to this podcast. And you guys can do the same. You can do the same. Before you go to war today, whether it's with a baby boomer or whether it's just your war at work, in business, in life, whatever it is, subscribe to this channel because it's going to help you in your journey to achieve greatness and to achieve all the things that you want to do. And it helps us grow the channel and helps us bring new people, more people, and create more positive change in this world.
And vote 1 for George.
Premier 2025 or whenever that next election is. I don't even know who the Premier is. It's some lady at the moment. I don't know. I'll probably know her name if you said it, but
Julia Gillard.
that's the one. Is that the only politician female politician you know?
And what's the racist lady's name?
Oh, Pauline Hanson.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Good on her.
Is she racist?
I think-
I've never even looked into
Don't
it.
know.
She appears through the media to be
That
not
could
a
be the
nice
perception.
person.
Yeah.
Could be the perception, yeah. That's what I learned.
But she was on some reality TV show a few years back. I think it was like, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, something like that. I remember seeing it. I remember watching it, and she was actually quite a nice person. I think like when you got to see what she was like, and then it's not until you see the perception of her going through. But she's
the media
also a
machine.
person.
The
Yeah, but
media
she's also a
machine's
person that
dangerous.
has a very strong view on certain topics.
Yeah.
So then when you come out, they're like everyone, like you said with Trump, everyone demonizes him for something that he says. But then that 30-second clip is what gets played, but it gets taken out of context.
So you like her?
I don't dislike her. I don't dislike her. I think she has said things in the past that aren't great.
So is Trump.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think overall, like, good on her for having a crack and sticking to her guns and what she believes. I think she's getting out of politics, actually.
Is she?
I think so. I think she's retiring. But yeah, she's very
vocal.
yeah, but she's very patriotic too. She's very all about Australia and Australians. But I do think she said stuff against ethnic people and immigrants in the past as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she has. And
Yeah.
she's talked about, Chinese and Indians.
Yeah.
What's it called when people come here? Immigration?
Yeah, immigration.
Yeah.
That's why I think she's got a strong point. Iggy would definitely not have got in. Me and you wouldn't have. None of us. We'd all be fucked.
Yeah.
If she was in power, this would be $1 million days, Lebanon.
And that's why.
Hey, can we do an Iggy? Can we do an episode in
French?
Can we do an episode in Mongolia? We come to Mongolia and we'll do an episode.
Yeah,
$1
you
million
can.
days.
The mics full.
Huh?
You have to weatherproof the mics.
Do they have mics in Mongolia? Do you reckon you can organise some for us? We'll ship them over to you. We'll do $1 million days Mongolia. When are you leaving, Iggy? May. So still got a little bit of time.
If you don't want anything bad to happen to the country, make sure you vote one for George Passes.
Or to
Premier
Iggy.
of Victoria.
If you don't want anything bad to happen to Iggy,
Future
vote one
Premier.
because I will keep him here.
He will keep.
I'll keep him here. Make sure he's creating sick content for us for a really long time. And for you.
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.